Welcome to the part of the show where I don't know if I'm live yet and I look like a complete idiot. More so, it's live. I don't know if anybody's here. I see 5 people waiting. Hello, the 5. How are you? Not too many people tonight. Is there something else going on tonight? Hey, never too old. Hello. And Kelly, hello. Members, both of yins, thank you for being members. And Connie, hello. It's weird you're showing up on YouTube before you're showing up on my StreamYard. So I don't know how much of a delay we got. Do I sound okay? I'm going to try something different tonight. As always, I don't have an agenda. And I brought down the box of Dave cards I just bought. Excuse me. And I figured maybe we'll go through those. So I set up my iPhone as a camera, and that's why I'm wearing this, because there's an echo, and I want to make sure you're not getting an echo. So that's why I'm asking. Connie, how you doing? Hey, Karen, hello. Look at all the members. Thank you for being members. Teacher Mom, ABC, hello. And Joe, hello. And Steve made it. Had to watch the sports betting commercial for so I can get my 3.5 cents. Thank you for that. Sounds okay. Okay, good. I didn't know how it was gonna sound. I don't know if I do. Do I need an agenda like like $1 Million Peddlers? Do I need to ask how? I mean, I don't want to steal anybody's shtick. And I'm not really sure I'm a one-trick pony. I do know a lot about reselling. I just know a lot more about selling postcards. Sorry, really, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm usually up to like 30 or 40. I wonder what's something else going on tonight that I'm not aware of. Again, not that I care or have an agenda, but I was just curious. I was hoping to go through that rare or the valuable postcard blog that we went through a couple weeks ago. Excuse me. And he's not updated it since May 2nd. And he's usually by this time of the month he has it up. So I don't know don't know what's going on. Joey's showing his last lot. Oh, Joey's showing his last lot. I see. Joe, Mary, Martin. But yeah, the rare and valuable postcards hasn't been updated for a month and a half. Let me see whatnot. Just see what's going on. 13. Oh, again, people, it's really like the first start of summer vacation, right? Maybe that was last week. Just figured it was so damn hot that people would want to stay indoors. Hey, Karen, how you doing? So, anyway, does anybody have any questions? I think I see all members in here, so nobody new. I'm gonna go ahead. It's gonna be probably a short show tonight anyway. I gotta head out of town tomorrow morning. Need to pack. Saturdays, it's just an overnighter, but Saturdays, whatnot, I don't know yet. Should hopefully be back in time, but I don't know. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to add this camera, and we'll see what happens. So you can see the camera. Okay. How do I give that? How do I make that bigger? Let me see. Anybody know? Let me try that. No, that's not it. I'm trying to make that as, excuse me, solo layout. There we go. But can I put my face in? Do you really need to see my face? No. what was this? Yeah, I think well, I'll leave that up to, I think everybody here's a member anyway, but yeah, that was the members video the other day was Hawaii postcards. So how can I do this? Picture in picture, layout, shift 7. Let me try this. Well, I guess you probably don't need to see my face, right? Not your face, exactly. How you doing, Chris? How you been, Chris? Probably should bring you on. What are you doing now, Chris? You decent? I was just gonna. I never have an agenda, but nice to see you in here, Chris. Probably should bring you on. You've done a couple interviews. Oh, Biff. Sorry, Biff. Yes, I forgot to do the disclaimer. Yeah, I don't know, Biff. I don't know what's going on. But yes, Biff, you don't show up anywhere, and I still can't reply to you. So yes, if mods, if you could please, if you could please let me know what Biff says. You are still on wallflower mode. I've done the screen recording, and I've not heard back from YouTube. I don't know. I'm beyond baffled. Chris, have you ever had that happen? I just can't see the guy, but no one wants to see you. You still doing videos, Chris? I think I saw watch repair was maybe the last one of yours I saw. Some echoing. How I wonder if it's because I used that. Still, let me put. See, I don't know. I don't know if I can mute. Let me see. Let me. If I'm going to mute my mic. Okay, how about now? I muted my mic on my computer, but I still have the mic going on the phone. Is that doing anything pertinent? It's gone now. Okay, sounds good now. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I had to mute my big blue ball. You know, it's black, and I'm just using the camera's mic. Okay. But now I got to get this bigger. No one wants to see my face. Nope, that's not working. Technical difficulties. No, I don't want that. I want this as the main. Oh, that's what I would need to do. Card cam, remove some stage, solo layout. Okay, how's that? Way better? Sounds okay? Yeah, that's what it was. The first time me trying this. But so I went to my guy Dave's house last week and spent a couple hours. I only looked through a couple boxes, and he had a stack already pulled out for me that he charged $100 for. It was all this, and there's some other stuff here, but I'm not going to show that. But this is way better and better. Okay, it's gone now. Sounds good. Okay, I have to I have to figure out something somehow to do this without the echo. Yeah, please. And I'm sorry, Beth. I wish I knew what was going on. So this stack plus some other ones, Dave charged me $100. Yeah, that's not very good, is it? Trying to get rid of some of that glare. I spent $381 altogether, and I think this is mostly real photos. And I don't know if you want to see this or not, but this is what I got from Dave. Minnesota, some hunting in Minnesota, Minneapolis. It feels very whatnotish, doesn't it? But if anybody has any questions, just let me know. And again, he picked all these out for me. and along with the other stuff, it worked out to like just under $1 a card. And I would have paid probably $1 per card for most of these anywhere. It was a whole bunch of Minnesota, but courthouses usually do well, and churches. I usually ask like 14, $15 for these. Run it. This is a good whatnot lot, isn't it? Now this is actually going to be for listing. Waterville, Minnesota, Grand Maris. You can hear me butcher. If you don't get enough of me butchering names on whatnot, you got this here. But all Minnesota. Again, probably that nice little Coca-Cola sign. Probably would ask about $15 each without any research. No bid button. I thought about doing the auctions on here, but I like Whatnot's ability to collect all the payments, and I don't have to track people down, nothing like that. But I like this one. Yeah, the one with the Coca-Cola button, Coca-Cola advertising. But all these Minnesota, I thought this was neat. Chisholm, Hart something. I don't know what that say. Hartley, Low something. Chisholm, Mad, but just a cool town view. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me see. Conning about for brownie mix in a picture. Nice, awesome. Yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, Chris. I was really close. I had actually Jackass Retro let me show. I think I ran 2 lots on his YouTube stream. It was really before I got back into YouTube. After I nuked the channel, disappeared for what, a year and a half, and dipping my toe back in. I don't know if I had just got back onto YouTube, restarted the channel, or just showed up on Match Channel and he let me run a few auctions. I know Steve won one of those. Um, but as soon as I was getting really back into it, Whatnot came along, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Whatnot a try. Have you done Whatnot, Chris? Exactly. Yeah, you have recourse if I don't send your stuff. Redwood Falls, Minnesota. So all these were again about 70 cents. Oh, you know what? That's more important, Chris. Oh, Chris, you still have my cell phone number? Because I don't know if you want everybody. Boy, Chris, I don't even know if I still have your email, but that sounds good. An impromptu. That sounds better than my haul video. Yeah, let me give me a second. You're gonna be. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this because you don't need to be seeing me type. Well, no, we'll do that because I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I'm not going to hide anything. I won't be typing. Oh, yeah, I will do. I will be typing a password. Hold on. Oh, did I freeze? I don't know if it's very slow. I'm not looking at the chat. Yeah, I haven't talked to you for what? Probably a couple years, Chris. Not like a impromptu. Let me see. Give me a second. I don't even know if I'm frozen or not. But it's just like Whatnot, not paying attention to the chat. I'm trying to see if I still have your email. Yeah. Patiently waiting. Mm-hmm. Oh, someone. No, hold on. Chris, I'm not sure if I still have your email. Mm-mm. Hey, Chris, if you want, so when you send me an email, everybody knows that Popeyes Postcards at AOL.com, and I can get you on here. Hey, sorry, it's impromptu, so we'll get right to it here. Gurgle. Where'd my StreamYard go? There it is. Hold on. Yeah, I got an invite. I'll just have to. Yeah, I wasn't back. Okay, I didn't remember where. I didn't remember if I was on or not. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Looks like we're live. Yeah, I couldn't find an email for you, Chris. But if you want to send that to me, I can send you a link. Let me see. How do I do that? Jeez. Yeah, invite. Hey, Chris, can I do it in the I can just do it in the email. Can I do it in chat? I don't know. Nope, not frozen. Waiting patiently. That one. I took it offline there. Oh, you got a new phone? Okay. Give me. You don't want to see that. There we go. It's really weird. I had to. I wasn't saying anything important. I forgot that I used my phone as the mic. How about now? How about now? Any sound? 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 Good, good, good sound. Okay. Oh, here we go. Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
I think you have to add me.
I need to. Wow, I haven't done this. You're only the second guest I've ever brought on here, so I need to.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I gotta.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I have you in like two different places though. That's the thing. And I need to take these out. Put my phone over there. How about now? Good.
You sound good on my end.
So I got an echo. That is so weird. Here we go. I got rid of myself. Okay, Chris, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, it's been a long time.
Yeah, you had me on when I rebooted my channel after my ADHD blow it up. I don't know if you've heard or I told you, but after 55 years, I was uh, diagnosed with ADHD moderate, and which explains so much of in my life, and prone to, I was never really like hyper going and, running around the classrooms or anything like that, but I would always be very prone to knee jerk reactions. And that was the nuking of the channel was very ADHD like. So anyhow, so yeah, it's been 2 years or so.
Yeah, I remember that. That reminded me, like, you're a true YouTuber if you had to like delete your channel and start over. It's like those of us that have done this for a long time get to that point, and I've kind of haven't been doing YouTube videos at all for a very long time. But it's
Yeah, I
good to
saw that.
yeah, it's good to see you back, and good to see you doing your postcard stuff, because I think you're definitely the king of postcards for sure. So
I'm kind of a big deal.
you
That's
are you are a big deal, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just a dude who likes selling postcards and talking about selling postcards. That's it.
So
But
real quick, I'll just catch you up on everything. I'm still
yes,
working for American Cancer Society. I'm still running their eBay business. We're
cool.
doing, six figures now a year. We're doing really good. I kind of quit doing postcards probably about 2 years ago, maybe a year
Okay.
and a half ago. It was just getting too busy for me to do, and they weren't selling. So I just moved on to other stuff. But all your videos totally helped me develop my own method of organization. But I mean, I took a lot of your core kind of principles, and that really, really helped, especially even still today when I do sports cards mostly now. I still have your A through A9 like inventory kind of method. I use that for baseball cards, and it's flawless. Like
Yeah,
it works.
awesome. So like I said, I haven't watched too many of your videos recently. You did disappear for a while, right?
Yeah.
Um, were well, that was NTF time or NFT time.
NFT, yeah, that was a whole wild thing because I was into that stuff before it got popular.
Ah,
So like I kind of was still involved with a lot of that stuff during that time. As a matter of fact, some of the first NFTs that I ever made were postcards of like copies of postcards. and
yeah,
and what I would do is if someone bought a postcard off eBay, I sent them a digital NFT version of that copy, and that was kind of fun for a minute, but that became too much work, so I
work.
stopped doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, pretty much the NFTs are a
Yeah, I mean,
strong market.
I think what happened was it became like I said, I was into it before it got popular. I'm still into it now.
Okay.
I think the mainstream people kind of took it and Beanie Babied it. You know what I mean? Where they kind of blew it way out of proportion. I was warning people. So if you ever saw some of my TikToks around that time, I was even warning people, don't put your child's college funds into these things. Like, don't think of them as investment. Just be warned. Buy if you're into digital. 'Cause I think of them as digital collectibles.
Right.
If you're into digital collectibles, more power to you. Don't spend what you can't afford to lose, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I still involved, but I don't advertise it too much. But
Okay.
yeah.
You made bank though, didn't you? You got
Yeah,
out of it?
I did all right. I did all right. Like I got in and out. I mean, not in and out, but like I said, I was just lucky enough to know about that stuff before it got popular.
Yeah.
And, I didn't have like those $100,000 apes or anything like that. But I mean, I did okay with my own art. And that's
Nice.
where I made a majority of my money, was through my own personal stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. So what made you again quit postcards? You said you got busy.
Um, to be honest, I just think it became too much of a grind for
Okay.
me. And I think if anyone can understand that, it would be you.
Yeah. You got to
And
feed that beast.
and for me, I think the hardest part for me was sourcing. I'm in Southern California, which is like a nightmare to source anything because the competition is just so thick out here.
Right.
Um, and I just couldn't. I got burned a couple times on shopgoodwill.com. I'm sure you've been there before.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever won anything from that site.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it always goes so whatever it goes well above what I want to bid.
Yeah, I think I paid like, I don't know, I think I paid like $400 for a Titanic lot,
I
and
remember
then
that.
they yeah, and then I think don't remember the details, but it ended up like not being worth my while, and I think they kind of
There were reprints.
yeah, they were reprints, and I think they framed it. It was
Yeah.
in a very old, case,
Mm,
like an album, so it kind of gave it the mystique of it being genuine and old, and the
yeah.
photos were horrible, so I mean, I don't blame anyone, it was my own fault, and I learned a lot, but it was just, like, little things like that, I'm like, "Ah, this isn't." Postcards are fun though, man, and I had a good time. I still have tons of postcards, and that leads me to my son, we've talked about that
Yes.
before. You made a video, I think about a month ago, that was basically breaking down like all the different postcards and what to look out for. And he was coming home from college and he couldn't find a work.
Hmm.
And I had like thousands of postcards in these boxes. And I'm like, dude, if you want to make some money, I'm gonna sit you down. You're gonna watch this video 5 times. I made him watch the video 5 times before he even touched anything. And this was these were the first eBay listings that he ever done. My son's like
Okay.
20 years old, and you think like my son would be like eBay protege or whatever, but it's funny, like any of us that have kids, you think your kids are going to be all into the stuff that you're into. That's far from the truth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with your daughter and
She,
hey, by the way, do you still have all those? Did you get rid of all those dental books?
yeah, they were right here where that shelving unit is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I made so much money off those dental books. I
Yeah.
really did. And I bought 1 million airplane postcards. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh no, I kind of caught that some of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I flew out to Minneapolis. I bought it off eBay for $10,000, flew out to Minneapolis, hired a crew, threw it in a Penske truck, and then drove it back to Maryland. But they sat in a garage because I had all these damn dental books. And no one wanted. I was like $1,000. You just have to come get them. There was still so much value, and we have like a local. It's called like what is it? Wonder Book and Video. You can take in boxes of books, and they'll buy them from you. Anyway, long story short, they gave me $3 per box.
Oh my goodness.
I had 150 boxes, and that was store credit.
Yeah, so basically you were literally almost, well, not really paying someone to move it for you, but pretty much.
Yeah, my brother was in from Tasmania, and he helped me move most of them.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I got rid of them. I did keep out. I have all these 19 teens dental journals, monthly journals with just like terrific ads from turn of the century for
Oh,
dental.
sure.
I kept all those because someday, someday my wife will burn them in the backyard. I
They'll
heard
ha
someday it'll
they'll
be
ha
assisted.
they'll have a bonfire in your honor.
Yeah, that and all my postcards. So, but
Yes, so totally, I mean, back to my son, like, he took it really well, like, it was, like, the best. So, it was a really cool thing for him to see your videos because
okay,
they're like, it was that video was a good use case that basically anyone could do postcards because he's never done an eBay auction in his
okay,
listing in his life. I was able to kind of show him and his generation, the 20, the 19 to 30 year
mhm,
olds, they're pretty good with like technology.
yeah,
So they were able to pick up like how to do a listing and
oh
what to
good,
look for. And he's going to a college in Arizona. So like any of the Arizona desert postcards, he was just like, oh, I know that city or I
oh
know
cool,
this. And like it became really fun for him to kind of explore the worlds of postcards and what was a real photo postcard, what was not, what was linen and what was not. And he picked up on that stuff really, really quick. So
okay, good,
um I want to say he got really into it for a few weeks and then like he kind of was like trying to look for a job because he's like,
that,
he was like, this is a grind. I can't do this all day long.
yeah, it is, and you really won't see daily sales until you have a couple thousand listed.
Exactly. Yeah. So what happened was he wasn't making any money because we were doing auctions for 3.99
Mm,
and he wasn't really making any money. So I just decided, you know what, I was going to pay you $1 per listing. and then if they sell, I'll just pay you the money, and then so basically when they would end, I would just sell them as buy it now, 3.99 with best
Yeah.
offer, and then any of those that sold, I would just give him the money so that he would not
Okay.
only get money for listing, but he'd get money for. But you're right, we didn't start to see uh sales till we got into the 3 or 400
Yeah.
listings. So yeah.
But with postcards, really, and that's 2, 3 days of work. I mean, I've done
Yeah.
500 and some a day. It was a
Yeah.
long day, but doing 100 listings a day should not, for a postcard, shouldn't be all that big of a deal.
No, but for someone that was like never did eBay and had
Mm,
to learn, it was like there was a learning curve, and I think we were up to like 40 a day. And I have that nice Epson scanner
yeah.
one that you have. I think you
Mhm.
still have that. I
Yeah.
have that too. And that thing, luckily, I when I had it in storage or I had it put away, it was covered, so there didn't get any dust on it.
Oh, nice.
I plugged it right in and it started scanning. And it was funny, but when I actually tried to do it with baseball cards, that thing does not like baseball cards at all. Like,
No, it'll put I tried it with baseball or hockey cards, and it would just put the roller lines.
yeah,
And if you had like a chrome looking card,
exactly.
you could see the lines, and it would be good for filler cards,
Hmm.
but no one's going to buy these and send it in for PSA because there's the roller lines kind of sucked.
Yeah. And we tried that. And so right now he's kind of not doing the postcards, but I'll say that your video helped out a lot.
Okay.
And that got me thinking like, God, I have all these postcards. And but you're right, I bought a bunch of airplane postcards, a few years ago, and those things actually sell pretty well. So, for people that are looking, and they were mostly like airliner stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Lockheed, and I'm pretty familiar with that because my dad and my grandpa, they all work for Northrop and
Okay.
stuff. So I live in an aviation family. So like
Okay.
that kind of stuff was a lot easier to kind of know and deal with.
Yeah. The airplane cards, they're easy to list. It's just a pain in the ass. Like I got, oh, there was like 1,000 boxes about this big, and there were several hundred banker boxes. And I I didn't know the kid. I bought who I bought it from. His grandpa published a lot of his own cards. He was really
Mm.
big into the aviation stuff, and he said, "Hey, grandson, here's your inheritance." Pretty much, it was a million postcards, and the
Right.
kid, he was probably in his 20s, and he's like, "Ugh," it was too overwhelming for him, and so the little white boxes is where he actually was sorting from the bankers boxes, and I messed up and went listed all the stuff he already had sorted where I should have gotten into the banker boxes first.
Mm.
But anyway, what I was getting at is my daughter wants nothing to do with postcards,
Yeah.
but over the last week, um, she emptied out like 9 banker boxes or something like that, or maybe it was only 6. But she sorted it because the banker boxes, there could be a stack of 50 of one card,
Yeah.
and
Doubles.
then hundreds of just single cards.
Yeah.
But the stuff I got, it's still some of it's still in packs from the printer.
I have some of those. It was funny because when I started getting into that, those were the first time I ever saw printer packs because
Yep,
they were like in lots of 50 or 100 or
100.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they would say like they would almost have like those like money wrapping
Yep.
things on them,
Yep.
and it would be printed like whatever it said for the super it was almost like they were like I want to say they were like sales
Mhm.
uh labels or whatever for the salespeople to kind
Yeah,
of.
if you run out, contact this type of thing.
Right, exactly. And it was funny when I first started, I thought those were worth something.
Mhm.
Those aren't worth anything. I'm like, "This is cool." There's like it's like a special one of a kind thing that says, what it is, and no, those aren't worth anything.
No, no, but it was nice. I have a table up in my upstairs office, and I was like, put these in like piles, and then when you get done with that, you know, put them all behind a tab. And when she did that, and I said, pull one of each out, and I scanned those, and I could list I could list like a box, and I use big boxes, which have I think about 1,200 cards.
Oh my goodness.
I could list, and then but might only be 10 different airplane cards in there, just hundreds of each. And I got like 9 or 12 boxes listed in a day with her help, and it was,
Jeez.
and I was like, man, if you keep helping me, I can get all these airplane. I want them all listed, and I said I could probably have it done by the time you go to college. But what I do is I pay her $15 an hour.
Yeah. So you do it like a hourly rate.
Yeah, and then you know, like one day she did 3 hours, so I gave her like a $5 bonus.
Yeah.
But she wants nothing. Nothing. My
No.
wife neither. I give her a box of postcards to sort. It's like, hey, can I have this done maybe in a week? And it's a couple of months later. It's like, okay, no one's interested. I'm
Do
doing
you do you still use that? Is it Quick 6-bit software?
it. Mm-hmm.
You still use that? I had
Yeah.
a I like that software when I was able to actually get it running, because you have to actually like download a server node or something like that
Yeah.
onto your desktop, which is I'm not too
QSL or
yeah, I'm not too
MQL or
technically savvy, but I had to go through like customer service to try to fix that and set it
so
up.
you were setting up NFTs and you I couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how hard it was for me to set that damn thing up. But luckily I set it up, and then eventually I had problems with it. And then I just had to like quit my subscription, because I'm like, it's so much easier for me just to do the listings one on one. But I did use 6-bit, and I think it did actually speed up the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would suggest it to anyone that definitely wants to do postcards like really hardcore. Like when you get 6-bit software, that means you're really into trenches with postcards.
Yeah, and it's once you get it set, and that's why I always sort everything into like states. That way, if you
Yeah.
have 50 California, you don't have to change anything.
Yeah, you have to change only maybe the title and the price, maybe,
Yeah,
like,
and the
yeah.
picture, and you can do, and with research, I can do a 6-bit listing in under a minute,
Yeah.
and I'm just running it through Terapeak and Worthless Point, and that's
Worthless Point.
yeah. Have you been
Yeah.
using Worthless Point?
I've had Worth Point for over 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's nice is my company uses it. We use it here, so I can
Okay.
just basically write it off.
Yeah.
Because for what I do now professionally, I definitely need Worth Point. It's not good for like it's basically good to look back 12 years and see what has sold, because we get so many unique items
Right.
that you'll never find on eBay. But Google Lens is another thing that's really
Yep.
cool. But I do use WorthPoint probably daily for like really, really weird stuff. But it's
Yeah.
not good for if you're like an average eBay person, you're not going to find any value in that unless you're
Terapeak's
like, yeah,
perfect
yeah,
for
Terapeak
but if
does its
you're
job.
like you and you're into the trenches with I still use it. It's when I'm listing, it's up, even though the prices are kind of iffy. I don't know if you noticed that, but
Oh yeah,
the sales prices.
one of their major flaws is if you have an item listed for $1,000 and you take a best offer for $1, it's going to show $1,000 that it sold
Yes.
for. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know I have cards that I priced high, that's what Worth Point said. Oh, it sold for $100. And here they took a best offer for 15, and my card's up there hanging around 95, $100. And yeah, no
It
one's touching it.
it's an interesting site, because I don't know if you've ever dug into their blogs. There's people that do blogs for their site, and they're actually
Bland.
really yeah, I thought some of them were really fascinating, because there's just some things that I don't know about and I read about and stuff like that. I think they even did a postcard one
Yeah,
at
I
some
think I
point.
did read that one.
And I think that was the one we were just like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be like me trying to write about like NFTs or something like that.
Yeah.
It's whatever Wikipedia spits out at you, and that's yeah.
And
I
what's
don't know.
nice for you is like what you've done this for many years, so you have so much expertise where you can basically go and see a stack of postcards and pull value out of pretty much,
Yeah.
90% of that stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's still stuff that you find today that you have to do research on.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
there's stuff that on like Whatnot, I I look at it and in like a pile, and I'm thinking, nah, that's not good, or not, something about it just it because I am to the point that I say, yeah, this is good, this is good. This I'm not always right, but I'm pretty damn good at it. But yeah, I always let stuff slide through on whatnot that I missed. Yeah, I don't know everything, and I'm still learning. I think in the postcard world, even though most a lot of these are haven't been printed for 100 years or 75 years, I'm still finding stuff like, wow, I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was one thing too about, like you were saying, like some of the stamps aren't worth anything, but there are very few exceptions. And I think I know stamps more than I know postcards.
mm,
So, I'm always looking for like the stamps that have flat edges. They don't have
right,
the perforations, because
because
some of
they're
those are worth a little bit
cut.
more. And yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, but you're right. I would say like 99% of the time, any of the stamps that are on the back aren't worth anything. Yeah.
right. I'd say 99.9999.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
still see
right.
listings. In fact, I just saw, I always peruse. I'm always buying. I'm always perusing Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And some person locally, they had maybe 20 postcards, and all their pictures were just the back. The rare green stamp.
The 1 cent
No,
Franklin. Amazing.
no, you're never, ever gonna find.
Yeah. No.
Because it requires, well, either they've been cut, or you have to get one of those perf gauges.
Oh
And
yeah, and I don't think there's any 1 cent variations that are worth even the time of looking at that. But yeah, because they like literally made billions of those stamps. It's
yeah,
when you get to the higher denominations. For anyone that's want to know about stamps, when you find the old ones, look for the denominations that are like higher, like 25 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, a dollar,
five,
$5. Yeah.
yeah, special delivery too, right?
Yeah, some of those. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I went
good.
No, I was gonna say, like, I've gone down the rabbit hole of all the stamp stuff too when I was doing postcards, so I totally hear you.
Yeah, it's
He says Joe says he looks for all the upside down, the inverted Jenny. Now, let me tell you something. There was only 100 of those made, or 100 of those that got out, and it was one guy that had one pane of 100, and those basically all went to collectors. So if you were to odds of finding that, well, first off, it would have to be on an airmail postcard, which they didn't really use airmail postage on a postcard. And B, a lot of those things, if you're going to find an inverted Jenny, you're probably going to find it in a junk drawer somewhere, buried in an antique thing.
yeah,
Those are very, very, very rare. Yeah.
yeah. No one, you're not finding that. And they did a
No.
reprinting of that too. And
Yeah, yeah. They did it's funny, they did the reprints all upside down. And then they had I want to say 1,000 or maybe 100. They did a limited edition of them, correct, of them right side up,
oh, okay,
and those are worth like $10,000 if you can find those, because
wow,
they made mystery packs. So
ah,
when they reissued the inverted Jenny and they made it inverted on purpose, they inserted right side up ones, and they were mystery. So people were buying like hundreds of these things, trying to open it up, trying to find that one. Yeah.
USPS going for that chase card, huh?
Yeah, that's what they basically did. They basically had, and to me, I thought that was a great kind of promotion, a cool thing to do. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just anyway. Hey, what happened to? I remember one of your old videos. You had all of Alex Trebek's suits.
Oh,
What happened with that?
yeah, we sold a majority of them. I bought one actually. Ironically, they fit me. So
Okay,
I bought one. But we still have like two left. So if you guys are actually looking for an Alex Trebek suit that you can get for like $200, you can send me a best offer for $200. I'll take it.
nice.
Yeah. So
That's
we have
awesome.
like two of them left. Yeah. I thought for sure we would sell them all at, I
Yeah,
think the original price was like $1,000, and we sold a couple at that price. But
because he had just died,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So what the story is a volunteer that works for us was one of the head costume people from that show.
Okay.
And so they had all these suits in the closet, and they were like, what are we going to do with these? And they're like, oh, let's donate them to the American Cancer Society.
Nice.
And the son signed off on it. the son got, ironically, the son was more interested in getting the ties than the suits. So
Hmm.
we basically didn't get any ties, but we got the
Okay.
jacket and the pants.
Okay.
And there was like 22 of them or 21 of
Wow.
them. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say like I actually still have the certificates of authenticity in my drawer for the ones that we have left.
Nice. That's
That's
awesome.
too funny. Yeah, so that's what happened with that.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
American Cancer Society, you get like higher end donations, or do you
We
still get, or like a Goodwill type, or
we're a little bit more selective when it comes to the
okay.
shops. There's like 50 something different shops on the
Oh,
West Coast and there's some on the East Coast. And we don't take anything. We kind of take things that are gently used, but we'll accept pretty much anything. And then it gets we either recycle it or it goes to another donation place.
okay.
But we get higher end stuff than Goodwill, I would say.
Okay.
We rarely get postcards. I remember when I first started, we got some postcards in, but they weren't really worth much. But
Hmm.
yeah, I've never seen postcards come through here personally. Yeah.
I think I've ever found one at the local Goodwills, but I don't go there anymore. I
Yeah.
I've come to the point in my reselling career, if I can't scan it, I don't want to sell it. If I
Right.
have to take another photo of it and upload it, I'm like, ugh, ugh. I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
I
I'm
mean, I even don't do really eBay that much anyways, because it's funny. It's like when I worked in the movies, when I worked in post production as an editor, I didn't want to go home and watch TV. That was like the
right.
last thing on my mind. And I think that goes to an advice to anyone that if you meet an actor on the street or someone that does something professionally, don't talk about their job. Talk about something else. Like they don't want to hear about. And it was kind of like me, I didn't want to hear anything about movies when I got home. And I'm kind of like the same way where like I do eBay for a living and I
Right.
don't want to go home and do eBay again. It's just, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Have you thought about going to Whatnot? Have you guys tried Whatnot yet?
Um, you know what? I tried to apply for Whatnot when it first started and got rejected twice.
Yeah.
So Whatnot left a bad taste in my mouth early on,
They
and
were really selective. I don't know when
it was
you tried.
it was maybe like a year into their business, maybe when they started a year into it.
Yeah, because they started off as just like Funko Pops, Pokemon cards, and maybe Kame, something like that. And it was about a little over 2 years ago. Like I joined in April 2 years ago, and I submitted a video of my hoarder house full of postcards, and I got I got selected, but I heard people was like, yeah, 6 months waiting list, and you then get rejected. But now I think you just, hey, I want to sign up and sell, and I think they accept almost everybody now. I'm not sure if they have to submit a picture of inventory or not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know how it works. I know of it. I know the process kind of like it's basically like quick auctions.
Yep,
I don't know like the ins and outs of it at all. So,
it's best for those things that you want to get rid of quick.
yeah.
Because I think I've sold probably about a half a million cards on there, maybe a little bit more. Because I had a whole bunch of back stock of stuff that it was still good eBay listable stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I have like 70,000 cherry picked $20+ cards that are just sitting over here. Um, and it took me forever to get to, it's taking me forever to get to those. And I had all these other boxes of just stuff. And I was like, I gotta get rid of it. And I was going to start the YouTube auctions, and then Whatnot came along, and it's been it's a
I
game changer for me.
I have a question for you. Like, I know that eBay standard envelope is only through eBay. Do they have eBay standard envelope through Whatnot, or how does your shipping work
Um, they just brought on a kind of like an eBay standard envelope, but it's only for sports cards.
on
Um,
Whatnot? So
on
so
Whatnot.
you're basically shipping four or something first class for Whatnot postcards?
Well, no, I sell in bulk.
Oh, so you don't sell individuals, you sell lots.
No, every once in a while, like in they have a buy now section, and I'll have
Mm,
like single cards in there.
mm.
But they don't have like an eBay standard envelope for a single postcard. That's only for the sports cards people. So it's like a single postcard, they're paying $4 to ship first
Yeah.
class. But most of my lots are, I think, you normally the lowest lots I sell are like 25 cards. I've sold full boxes, full tubs of cards before. But right now I think I have it narrowed down and niched to like half pound lots, which is about 50 cards, or pound lots, which are, 100 to 140, depend on with their sleeve or
Yeah,
whatever.
and what's nice is USPS has that ground advantage now,
Yeah.
which saves like so much money. It's like almost having UPS ground and FedEx ground. So,
Okay.
it's not you're not having to
Yeah.
pay like all those crazy prices for something that's like 3 pounds or whatever.
Yeah, I just shipped a 3 or 4 pound. You need to get that.
I'm good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, if you need to bail, and this is very impromptu, and I
Oh
appreciate.
no, it's all good. I think you can have me till 6. I think the wife needs some
What time
assistance
is
with
that?
something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
it's
like a few minutes. Yeah, we got
couple
like nine
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with. Oh, but shipping, yeah, I like it because the buyer puts in their credit card information, and as soon as you run the auction, and it's just I'm showing the cards. I've already shown the cards. I hit run, and it's like a 30-second increments or 30-second auction, and when it gets down to 10 seconds, if someone bids, it adds up to 10 seconds.
Oh, I hate those kind of it's good for the
It's like a talk.
seller. Yeah, it's good for
Yeah,
the seller, but I
yeah,
hate those kind of auctions when you're a buyer. You're like, just
yeah.
prolonging the inevitable of not winning what you want for a low price.
They do have a sudden death where as soon as it ends at,
Mm.
after 10 seconds, that's it. But what I found are people are like bidding like this, and it just, I mean, I think sudden death for a seller was great because the prices would go up, but it's not kind of unfair to the buyer. I'll run it once in a while, but I don't run those often. But yeah, I mean every every week I'm taking 40, 50 pounds of postcards to the post office.
Well,
And
that's good that you're kind of getting rid of some of your older stock. I heard, yeah, because you were saying something like you were making pretty good money off of that, and
yeah,
that's good.
yeah, I was doing 100 and something a year, not bad. And then
Not at all.
eBay, even though I've not done much on eBay since Whatnot came along, 90% of my focus went to Whatnot.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I was doing on Whatnot uh, when I was good into eBay, or when eBay was good. I was doing 5 to 6 thousand a month, and that started. I was picking it up after I retired, and then when Whatnot came along, I think I did almost 3,000 in my first show.
Jeez, that's
And I was
cool.
like, oh,
You're like, "Wait a minute." And I could have swore like you were saying something like you were the first one to kinda really do postcards, and now I
I was.
actually looked when I saw that you said that in the video, I went to Whatnot, I was, like, looking around, I was like, "He's right." Like, now there's, like, a bunch of postcard people popping up here and
Yeah,
ephemera and stuff like that.
yeah. We had our own. They put us under antiques, um, and we had our own little ephemera and postcards. And they just Whatnot just messed something. They just messed around with stuff, and they kicked us down under a. It's called and Whatnot. It's the basement.
Oh, so they literally buried you in search,
They
basically?
buried us down there, and because I guess we weren't popular. And but good news is we're down there with K-pop people, Korean pop.
Right?
They are in the ephemera category with us.
Oh,
So
no kidding. So there you go, there you can kind of maybe get some eyes there.
yeah, and Whatnot. I mean, I love Whatnot. It's been really good for me, but I'm gonna pick back up with eBay. Uh, Whatnot's lost like 40% of their traffic over the last year.
I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's more like it coming to terms with like the financial situation and the economy.
Probably
Yeah.
because it's easy. I tell you, you're just bidding with your credit card, and you don't. yeah, these people, some people just keep bidding and bidding and bidding, and then that credit card bill comes due, and then I don't see them for a month or two, and
Yeah.
I think it's because I was like, oh shit, I spent 7,000 last month on postcards.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been good, but it's slowing down, and there are a lot more sellers
Yeah.
on there.
How many postcards do you have on your eBay site now?
It's like still 27,000 on
Jeez.
the main site, and like I said, over the last 2 years since Whatnot, I don't think I've probably listed more than 1,000 or 2,000 items over the last 2 years on
Yeah.
that store. Um, but I mean, for those 2 years, I just nursed it along, sending offers, 30% offers, doing the refresh or the end and sell, end and relist. I don't like end and sell similar. And I just nursed it. And my sales, like I said, I was making 6,000+ a month. I'm down to under 3,000 a month, which was still not bad for not doing anything.
Yeah. I've noticed since I started back up with my son that the sales aren't the same that they were like 3 or 4 years ago.
No, it's eBay's. I think everybody on here uh, has said that sales on eBay have just blown. Uh,
Oh, they're doing good or no? They're not doing
no,
good.
not
Okay, good. Because I think maybe I was an outlier, but because I'm pretty good at trends and like noticing things that are different. And that's what I noticed right off the bat is there was real photo postcards that if I listed it for $10, it would be sold the same day. Now you can't even get $5 for those postcards
yeah.
anymore.
And I think there's some sellers out there, and they're using a lot of them come up with their own programs to automatically list.
Oh
So,
wow. So something other than 6-bit basically.
well, they've pretty much used put your stack of postcards in your scanner, and they use the optical character OCR part of that, and can kick it into the spreadsheet or the
Oh yeah, the Excel. Because
you know
there's a 6-bit type of software that's online for baseball cards. I think it's
okay,
called
yeah,
Card Dealer Pro,
yes, that,
and it was almost like if I can figure out the algorithm of how to insert the specifics in the Excel, anyone could basically do what
yeah.
6-bit does. Yeah, so this just people that figured out how to do that.
And I'm not
I'm
that
not because
smart.
I've tried to do it because I used to build websites with HTML a long time ago.
Yeah, same.
You have if you get anything wrong when you're trying to kick those XLs to eBay, it gives you an error, and it could be this little tiny thing wrong with the how you word the category because you have to know the category number. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So there's one guy who Knoblock or something like that. He's has a I don't know 100 some thousand. He just started getting into postcards because of me,
Yeah,
and
look what
he
you've done.
I ru-
You've ruined your own industry.
yeah pretty much. But I had to. It was dying, and it still may die.
Yeah, it's
But
they're kind of generational collectibles. There's not too many kids that here's the thing, the reason why sports cards are very popular is you got the kids and the teenagers and the
yeah,
nine-year-olds that are into it. Postcards is gonna die a slow death unless you can somehow revitalize the industry, and to be honest, it's just even video games at some point are gonna not sell for,
mm,
50 years from now, people aren't gonna care about video games, you know
right.
what I mean? Like, it's the same, it's the cycle that goes over and over again, but,
I wish
I
sorry.
remember you telling a story, like, you're like it was in one of the videos, and I hate to laugh, and it's not funny, but it
I
was
was probably
something
funny.
you said something about, like, you know, "Oh, so and so died, and their wife called me, and they're like, 'You wanna buy these postcards from me?'"
Yeah,
It's like you're, like, outliving everyone because the majority of the buyers are older
right.
gentlemen, like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that would turn out to be an incredible buy. But yeah, it was like,
it's
and that's
sad. It's
why,
sad, but it's the truth, yeah.
yeah, that's why I put out my business cards. I'm handing them out. I have when I go to shows, I put my QR code, and it's on a postcard, and because I'm hoping that grandpa's at the postcard show, grabs my stuff, goes home. I mean, I'm not hoping this, but
No, I
you
hear what
know
you're saying. No, we
he,
understand what you're saying.
they pass on and the family finds my card. Hey,
Yeah, and it's happened to you. I mean, even when I knew you back in the day, that kind of stuff was happening. People would
yeah,
call you out of the blue. It's like, "Hey, so and so's gone, and I don't
yeah,
want these things. What could you do for me?"
yeah. In fact, the postcard club I haven't been going to, and I had to Marie Kondo a whole bunch of stuff out of my life at the beginning of the year, and unfortunately, that was one that went. But they keep getting emails. They want me to do a video or do a talk of you know what to do with collection when someone dies,
Oh
and
yeah,
I've been. I don't know if I want to do it, and I feel bad, and she may be watching, so Clarissa, I'm sorry, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I should answer you through an email,
right.
because then part of me is like, well, is if you contact me, obviously I would want people to contact me, but I'm not going to pay you the
Yeah,
the 10 to 15 to $20,000 that you think Grandpa's collection of I don't know stoplight.
linens. Yeah, 1933 linen World Fairs. You're like, I don't want those.
Yeah, so and then the best bet is try selling it yourself, but I don't know. I probably should do
I
that.
think you should. I think you should do it. I really do.
It's just I have so much going on right
I
now
I hear you.
with YouTube and whatnot and eBay
Well,
and
here's the weird things about postcards from my experience externally is you get the estate sale people that either think they're completely worthless and they're thrown in like a trash bag,
right
or you get the opposite of that where they think that these things are worth thousands of dollars a piece, and you're just
be-
like, oh
because of the
goodness,
green stamp.
because yeah, exactly, these old Franklin stamps, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, John, it was really good talking to you,
yeah,
man. I got to run.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, I'm really happy and proud of you being back and the fact that you're shepherding these lonely souls through the world of postcards
Walk.
is amazing. And like you're like the greatest guy to do this. So I'm very glad you're back. And
Yeah, thank you.
thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, thanks for
I don't
coming on.
I don't really do too many YouTube videos anymore, but thinking about getting back into it. So
Yeah, might as well, get that
yeah.
37 cents a day.
Right. Even that's kind of like crazy now, right? All right, John, it's good talking to you,
Thank you,
buddy. You
Chris.
have a good night,
Meeting
buddy.
you again. Okay,
We'll
I'll talk
see
to you later.
we'll see you.
Well, that was a nice little impromptu. Oh, sorry, I was ignoring the chat. Cameron. Oh, hey, Cameron, you became a member. Thank you. When will you become a member? I usually see when stuff comes along like that. But thank you for being a member, everybody else. Yeah, that was a nice little, nice to see Chris. Yeah, I got, probably, I wish we had more time together. We could ask him a little bit, more about just postcards and then, uh, you know, getting out of it. I don't know. I would like to do an interview with I keep saying it, but Lil's postcards, young kid getting into postcard. I want to hear her side of things. But yeah, it was a nice little impromptu. So yep. Thank you, Chris. Someday I'll make it out that way. And meet up with you in person. I need to start getting to more postcard shows. So yeah, I'm sorry here. So now I'm all discombobulated. We've already been on for an hour. Um, oh, okay. I see the members list, and I must have just missed your name. But I'm not going to try that phone again. We'll have to save that stack. I mean, it was a great lot of cards. And there was some large letter I don't think I've seen before. I don't know if they're Dave has the book too, so I don't know if he said he always leaves stuff in the box for a buck that I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit more than that. I bought the whole bunch of they're like old advertising for theaters. There's a whole bunch of those. I thought they were cool. So I will buy those for $1. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, this one, I did comp this one. It's like Follies, I think. Christie Comedies. I know you can't see it, it's blurry. But that was like a $75 card. And I got some pretty ladies. But yeah, next week we'll have to do I'll have to go through these a little bit more. So, did anybody have any questions? I said I had to cut this off a little light tonight. But if no one has any questions or anything going on, anybody have any great sales, or you just like Chris and I and no good sales? Although I did have a nice sale today. I had someone come in and I had these Boston Theater cards that I had up for a couple months, and he kind of made me a lowball offer, and I countered, and he came back with another not much off of where his original one was, a little bit higher, but I didn't think it was good enough and felt kind of insulted, so I just ignored him. And 2 months later, he came back. He's like, "Hey, I saw these were listed. I think I offended you with my offer. Maybe we can work out something." So I was kind of desperate for sales, so I $12 each, and he bought all 13, so it was like $155 order today. So yeah, I actually broke 200 twice this week, which was kind of amazing. So sales are good. Sales are good. So okay, everybody, I am gonna cut it short. I'm gonna go pack. I probably take 4 days worth of clothing for an overnight, because you never know if anyway. So everybody, thank you for joining. I'm glad. Thank you, Chris. Everybody go follow Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler. Hopefully he gets back into doing YouTubes. And let me see, Saturdays, whatnot may or may not happen. And Monday, what sold video. I'm working on like a 30-minute video of auction preview. I went and previewed an auction, and it was an online auction, and I followed through some of that. So that's taken forever to put together. I never asked, but if you want to go ahead and like, that would be great. If you've not subscribed, other content's usually better than this kind of. I'm very discombobulated tonight. Bobulated. So anyway, that's about it, everybody. I thank you for being here. Thank you, members. New video obviously next week. Hopefully you got some value out of the one just the other day. And if you want to learn more about Postcards, $4.99 a month, cancel at any time, binge, I don't know, 30 some, I think might even be up to 40 videos on there if you include the guide. And I'll be putting more content on there. So everybody, thank you very much. Have a good night, and I hope to see you Saturday. Okay, bye. Still ending.